Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee Talk. I'm Brent Kirkendall. This is John Kirkendall, and we're with GulfCoast Financial Services here in Lake City, Florida. And every month we like to come to you and just bring you a little bit about what's going on either with our business or in the economy or in the world. And so we thought this month, for the month of July, would be a good time to maybe talk about some of the services that we offer to our clients. I know that a lot of people, when they come in, don't necessarily know everything that we do.
Well, that's true, Brent. I think a lot of people know that we do investments and we manage money here locally. We're a registered investment advisor licensed by the state of Florida. And so everybody knows we manage money.
Right.
And they know we do retirement planning because that's also part of what we do here in Lake City and what we do in the surrounding area.
And that's a huge component, though. I mean, it really is that putting the retirement plan together for somebody.
Yeah, that's the one thing that we talk about a lot, especially on our podcast and here local in the office, is income planning.
Yeah.
In the past we did asset-based planning. Everybody has investments. They have 401ks, they have IRAs that they build up. Now, people have been having to use that money to live on. And so it's a little different from past generations. And so what we've been trying to stress is that we need a continuous, constant, predictable income every month in retirement to live on. So how are we going to transition those investments into a stable income?
Absolutely. And those are things that, it's not a set it and forget it. I always say that when we meet with folks. You can't do it at age 30 and then say my plan's going to be exactly the same when I get to age 50. It's always changing and always moving. One of the other things that we do is exactly what we're doing here. Educational seminars and webinars and just informational snippets that we can put out to the public and let them know about things that are happening and things that go on with us. But there are some things that people don't know about us, I think, because as we meet with people, they constantly tell us, hey, I didn't know you guys did that.
Well, one of them is life insurance. We're not an insurance agency. We are a registered investment advisor, and so people naturally know that we invest money. But life insurance has changed a lot.
Absolutely.
I started selling life insurance a long time ago. When I was in college, I actually had an insurance debit, and so life insurance over the years has changed. It used to be all about death.
Absolutely.
You bought the insurance to protect your family so that when you died, they would have income and be able to continue on. Now it is also a strong component of income planning because it's a way that you can get a tax-free income that you don't have to pay taxes on by just taking the right kind of life insurance. So life insurance has changed a lot. People don't know we do that.
Well, also we've emphasized the fact with folks that life insurance, you don't have to die now to use your life insurance. It's something that can be used in critical care and terminal care and long-term care. With long-term care insurance being a component that a lot of people don't think about or plan for or look into. It's something that can be used through life insurance. We don't have to die to get the access to that money to be able to use it as part of our plan.
That's one more thing is that we talk about, you're talking about there about using it for critical care or for long-term care. A lot of people don't have long-term care insurance, and they think that the government, they'll get Medicaid. But the problem is we know from our past experience here with our clients that if you have a spouse, the spouse can end up living on very little because the government's going to take all of the income sources that are coming in for that person that needs the care and leave a very little bit of money for the surviving spouse.
Actually, we have a new webinar on our website that deals with long-term care. It's about 30 minutes, and if any of you would like to look at it or check it out and find out the information there about benefits of long-term care, how much it's going to cost me, who pays for it, all those kind of things, you can go to www.gulfcoastfinancial.net/webinars, and you'll see that webinar there, and you can watch that. About 30 minutes long, well worth the time to be able to hear what's going on with that. One of the other things that we do that people don't realize is when they get to that magical time when Medicare steps in and traditional insurance kind of steps out, we do Medicare planning and Medicare supplements.
Yeah, we do. We're able to help you with Medicare planning. We can actually, we've gone on the website and helped clients apply for Medicare for their Part A and Part B. And also we can get you the supplement and make sure that you understand the type of supplement you're getting and what it'll pay, and also the drug card that you need for your prescriptions. So we do a lot of planning.
And there's a lot of components in there that all these things kind of weave and tie together because, I mean, we won't go into depth in it right now, we don't have time, but obviously that depending on your income as you retire, it can affect your Medicare Part B. And so it's indexed for those kind of things and what you claimed on your tax return. And I'll come back to Social Security, but that's another thing we do is tax planning and looking at that, making sure that as we take money from our qualified plans and we take that as income, it's going to affect how much of our Social Security can be taxable, but it can also affect our Medicare Part B. So tax planning is a huge part of what we do.
It's a huge part of what we do with our clients. I always think back to the client that wanted to take $10,000 out, and when we ran it through the tax software, it was going to cost her $4,000 in additional taxes to pull that money out. So of course we waited till the next year. But if you're going to make a large purchase, or if you're thinking about buying a car and paying cash for it, we need to look at the tax implications of pulling that money out of your IRA and then having to report it as income.
And we actually have Gulf Coast Tax Services, so we do that as well. Another part of our business where we actually do tax returns and bookkeeping, those kind of things, to make sure that things are in line. In addition to just the planning and the software that we go through with our clients. So a huge thing there. Social Security is a big one. We know that Social Security planning and maximization, as we get close to that age of 62, do I take it at 62? Do I wait till my full retirement age of 66 and so many months, or whatever the case may be? Or do I stretch it out to 70? And not everybody's situation's the same.
No, and there are also some, some strategies where if you've been divorced, but you were married longer than 10 years, you can go back and file on your ex-spouse, file on your husband if he's deceased, and hold yours off. That 8% a year that we get from our full retirement age to age 70 is a huge return and makes a big difference in the amount of check you get.
Yeah, and that's the maximization part of it. We always hear, I'm turning 62. I want to get mine now while there's still some in there. And there's a lot of numbers out there that talk about when the Social Security fund will run out.
Yeah, it's projected, and I think it was started in the 2017 tax or Social Security statement that you used to get, and you don't get anymore. But it said that in 2044, that you would get 77 cents on the dollar if something wasn't done. So there is a haircut coming. That number's been changed now to 2033, and it's I think it's still 78 cents on the dollar. So my question is, would you rather have a quarter taken off of a smaller number or a larger number?
Right,
So
absolutely.
if you can wait till age 70, it makes a lot of difference. And in a lot of cases, we've been able to get people income from a source they didn't think about, and then hold off and then get a bigger check.
And that, you brought up a good point. We don't receive those little green statements anymore in the mail. And so if you, we always recommend that you check that, because there are instances we've seen where we had somebody we were talking to where they were being filed under 2 different Social Security numbers and trying to work that out. So we recommend everybody be able to check their income and how that's been reported on the Social Security statement. So SSA.gov, go on there and you can sign up for a free login. And it's going to ask you some personal questions in a lot of cases, and you have to answer those, and then you can have a login and a password, and you can actually check your Social Security statement to see your projection at 62, your full retirement age, and then at 70, what you might receive at this point in your life or your career. So it's good to do that, because they do make mistakes, and so you need to find out about those things. One of the final things is that we actually do legacy planning as well.
Oh yes, we while we don't do estate planning here because we're not lawyers, attorneys, we do work with several attorneys doing legacy planning, and we can also help you with your beneficiaries, setting up the right beneficiaries, and then do some preliminary work before you go see the attorney, so you understand how the money's going to pass. And with that new Secure Act that took place in January. That's all changed now. Legacy planning isn't as simple as it used to be, and so everybody needs to review that, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of things that we do that you may not even know about, and we just ask you to maybe go check us out online at www.gulfcoastfinancial.net. And you can see some of the services that we offer and some of the things that we do. And hopefully this morning has been able to give you a little bit of insight on what we do as a firm and how we work with our clients to get them prepared for retirement and later on in life.
Yeah. Plus, we're real nice. I mean, we're easy to get along with. We're easy to talk to. And if you've got a question, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to answer any question you have.
Absolutely. Our number here is 755-9018 in Lake City, and you're certainly welcome to drop in and just say hey to us. We'd love to see you, and we love our town, our community, and our everything that goes on here. So we appreciate you, and thank you for tuning in today, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.